Recording in progress.
Aquantera, we don't have a class online. I did not tell you we can have it. You cannot log in online. Attendance is mandatory. Do you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
I mean, attendance is mandatory. I'm gonna allow it this time because, but you must be here in class, please. Okay. Chapter 7. System of equation and inequality. Linear and nonlinear equations. So we studied, like, remember, we have y equal, I say 3x minus 6. This is a line, linear. Also, the equation can be written in any form. You can write it this way. X, 3x minus y equal 6. Still a line, didn't change. This is still a line. You can write it different way. You can say y negative y plus 3x minus 6 equals 0. Still a line, it did not change. So a line can be written in many different forms. This is, I think, those 3 forms. You can, so all of this being line as a linear. Now, if the equation has in it square, like if we say x squared minus 3x plus 2, that's equal y. This is called parabolas, that's second order or nonlinear. That means it is not a line. When they say nonlinear, it is not a line. That's a curve. Okay, this is a curve. Method of substitution. We're going to learn 2 methods to solve system of equation. This is called here system of equations. Okay, what is the system of equation? It's just 2 lines, right? Now, if I plot those 2 lines, for sake of argument, one is going this way and one is going that way. What happened? What this 2 lines did? They got intersected by a point. What the coordinate of this point? What is x? What is y? That's the point they share. That's the intercept point. Well, the intercept point, it is a solution for that system. Solving these two equations together and find x that share that they share and find the value of y that they share, that's the solution for that system. So when they say solving the system, that means finding the point of intercept. That's the same meaning. Well, how to find the xy value? Two methods. We say we're going to use a method of Quintilla, do you have a camera? Please turn it on. Method of substitution. So what do I mean by method of substitution? That means I'm going to find one variable, either the x or the y, as a function of the other one. And normally I try to find the easiest one. Isolating the x doesn't look simple. If you see here y, that's one much easier to isolate. So from this equation here, if I take the 2x to the other side and make it negative, so what's going to happen? You're going to have y. Let's write it down here. Y equal 5 minus 2x. Okay, so that means we isolated the y because it's easier. I could have done the x anyway, but y is easier. After I isolate the y, I take this value of the y and plug it in this y, in the second equation, to second equation. Put it there. Then we're going to say 3x minus 5, because I have a minus, doesn't matter, I use parentheses, minus 2x. There is 2 in front here. I forgot that 2. This is 2y. So this is, so instead of that y, I put this one, equal 4. Okay. Now let's simplify it. 3x minus 10. Now negative is positive. 2x equal 4. Now 2x and 3x, it is 5x. If I take this negative 10 to the other side, I will get 10 plus 4. So what's x equal to? I did a mistake. I have a mistake here. What am I mistaken here? So before x. So if this is 4x, how much is this going to be? 7. Now we have 14. So x is equal 14 divided by 7 equal 2. You can see now we find that the x. Where is the y value? Okay, to find the y value, I'm going to take x equal 2 and plug it into here. Then we get y equal, there's no negative in here. Y equal 5 minus 2 multiplied by 2 That's gonna be 1. Done. So what's the point of intercept? 2, 1. Point intercept is 2, 1. Your answer should be looking like that. This is another example, but this one much easier. Here, I can isolate either the X or Y. But I'm going to choose isolating the X from this equation, taking the Y to the other side. And that will make it positive. So you get X equal Y plus 2. Okay, just move the Y to that. Now we isolated the X, pretty easy. Take the X value, that's the X value, put it into this X. So what we're gonna get? Y plus 2 plus Y equal 4. 2Y equal 4 minus 2 by taking 2 the other side. Then 2Y equal 2. Then Y equal 1. How do I find the value of X? Take this value here and put it in here. Then X is equal 1 plus 2. That's equal 3. So point intercept is 3, 1. You see the method of substitution really straightforward. Isolate one variable from one equation, plug it back in the other equation. You can double check your answer by plugging back in, okay, to make sure you got the correct answer. And that's what the book is doing. Can learn linear equations. They're asking to solve the system. But the thing is here, we have one is parabola and one is a line. So this is the x square is a parabola. If I draw it, it's going to be a curve like that, facing up, right? That's the parabola. That's because this is positive. Now the line, let's assume for sake of argument, is here. How many points of intercept do I have? I have 2 points of intercept. Now, if different scenario may happen, what happens if the line is here? If here, you have only one, we call it double. Because like moving the line slowly down, 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 and they become on top of each other, it become 1 point. Now, if I move it further, no intercept. Okay, so you get 3 scenarios, either 2 point, or one duplicated point or no point. So we don't know that until we solve the system. Again, the same thing. The method is to find one variable, easy to isolate, and plug it into the other one. Now, if I think which one has to be the easiest one, it seems like so obvious. What do you think, Maria? Which one I should isolate, the X or the Y? The Y from what, top or bottom? The bottom one, you're right. So that's the easiest one. So from the second one, I'm gonna take Y to the other side, become positive, and take this one. So take this one to here, and this one to here. Then you get 2x plus 1. So Y is equal to 2x plus 1. Now take this value here and put it into this Y. So we get 3x squared plus 4x minus, open parentheses, 2x plus 1 equals 7. Simplifying, 3x squared plus 4x minus 2x minus 1, moving the negative to inside. I'm going to bring the 7 to the other side. Negative 7 equals 0. Why? Because I'm getting parabola equation I need to solve. I cannot isolate the x here. So the final equation should look like this. 4 minus 2, 2x. Negative 7, negative 1, that's negative 8. Equals 0. How do we solve for x? We need to FOIL out. If I multiply 3 by negative 8, that's give me negative 24. I need two numbers. If I add them up, it's 2. If I multiply them, is negative 24. Now, you open parentheses as equals 0. Because we have 3x squared, I'm going to put 3x in here, 3x in here. What are those two numbers? If I multiply them, negative 24. If we add them up as positive 2, that's basically positive 6, negative 4. So 6 multiplied by 4 is 24, negative. 6 minus 4 is 2. So this way, now I have two solutions. Okay. You can factor here the 3 and get rid of it. Really, you can say 3x plus 6 plus 2. Or you can leave it, basically. So two solutions. X plus 2 equals 0. Then x equal negative 2. Then what is the y value? I'm going to take this x, y equal 2 multiplied by negative 2 plus 1. I took this value of x and plug it into here. That's negative 3. The other solution, second, you have 4 minus 3x minus 4 equals 0. 3x equals 4. then x equal 4/3. By dividing by 3. Then y equal, back to this equation, 2 multiplied by 4/3 plus 1. Or this become 8/3. I'm gonna do, instead of 1, I put 3/3. That will give me 11/3. 2 points. That's -2, -3. The other point is 4/3, 11/3. The question is, right now, I'm gonna ask you to plot. Basically, I have roughly. One thing, every time you have a parabola, you find the y-intercept. What is the y-intercept for the parabola? And you can find it also for the line. So if I say here, x equals 0, 0, 0, then y equal -7. So 0, 0, -7, this is y-intercept. For the line, I don't need it because I already have 2 points. Okay, let's try to plot it here in the open space. It said this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's -7. So this is the y-intercept point. Okay, now where is the 2 point? We have -2, -3. That's 1 point of intercept. -2. So this is -2, -3. What's the other point? The other point was 4/3, 11/3. Well, if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 4/3 is kind of like 1 plus 11/3. So since this is 1, and this is 3, some fractions. So if you said this is 1, 2, and 3, so the point, again, this is 1 plus, and this is 3 plus. We're saying roughly, so this is that point. I could open the scale a little bit in the x direction. Now I can connect, and in mind I have a parabola. Here we go. We plot it. Where is the line? If I connect those 2 points of intercept, this is the line, this is the parabola. So basically with the 3 point, we were able to roughly sketch everything. Any question about this problem? Well, they say the graphical approach, we already talked about it. They are showing you that line, they're getting intercepted by a point, or parabola, you have 2 point or no point. 1/3 scenario, if it touching, they did not say it in here. So we know the meaning of the solution, it is the intercept point. I'm not going to talk about that one. Application. Okay. All right, we're going to practice those 2 examples the same way we talked about it. Exactly, method of substitution. You find the easy one to isolate, plug it in, and solve and plot. Now, question, how do you plot those 2 lines? I mean, what do you need to know to plot those 2 lines? All how many points? Well, the solution is a point of intercept. But in order to draw a line, I need a 2 point minimum. So you can find 1 point extra for each line and then connect. And that extra, what is it? You can assume X any number. You can say X1, 2, whatever. Okay, let's go ahead. So Tara, what do you, in the first problem, what do you isolate?
I think the second one.
So the second one,
equation.
what variable, X or Y?
X.
X, because it's easier, because Y, you have to divide by 3. So you isolate X from the second one and plug it on The top one. Let's go ahead and do that.